everybody. We got 10 minutes to game time. Let's all gather around.
First card, JT Realmuto. For the Fighting Phillies. I'd like to have a go around with that Philly. And that one is 9 out of 15. 9 out of 15 on the Realmuto. Whew. Puka. Oh, that's a pretty one. Congratulations to the Rams. Timbo T. Wood. Kirky, welcome back, good buddy. Oh, that is very nice of you to say. Thank you so much, you big sweetie. Hope you're doing well, my man. How are you? And of course, my friends, that is number 6 out of 15 on the tessellation.
Bregman and Tucker aboard. First pitch to Gurriel in the air, right center field, hit pretty well. Rodriguez on the run, and Rodriguez makes a great catch. Bregman will tag and go to third. Oh my goodness. The ground he covered off the charts. Julio Rodriguez kicking it into 5th gear to make this play.
John Brady on the Spectra rookie. Oh my Lanta. I am peanut butter and jealous. Rob Richardson, my brother. 2 breaks in a row with a card numbered to 10.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Oh my God!
Junkwax nasty. Congratulations, Rob Richardson. Damn, brother. With the hormone monster.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
This is the coolest thing I have ever seen.
Easy now, fuzzy little. It's so juicy.
Congratulations, Bree Imus. In my humble opinion, the best baseball player that walks the planet Earth today. And that is numbered. Gum back parallel first on print. Wow. Congratulations, Bree Imus. I just got instantly more jealous. That is amazing. First on print to 199. Congratulations, Bree Imus. That is sick.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Oh my God!
Give me 2 claps and a Ric Flair.
Wow.
The number 3 greatest hands of all time, Steve Largent.
When people talk about the great receivers in football, they don't mention Largent to me nearly often enough.
Largent's got it, touchdown Seahawks.
He got open, he caught the football, he scored touchdowns.
The end zone to Largent, touchdown Seahawks.
He made first downs. I mean, you rarely saw the ball hit the turf.
I think his best asset is he understands the game, and that helps me out a lot because he makes adjustments. Being as smart as he is, don't take that to your head, son.
Right, Jim, you forgot to tell him about my hands.
And he's got great hands.
At number 3 on our countdown, Steve Largent's hands were good enough for a Hall of Fame career. But if this list was based on appearance, you'd think he'd be better at filing tax returns than catching post patterns.
The thing that I always noticed about him was how open he got.
Largent wide open at the 10, he's got it, touchdown Seahawks. How did Steve Largent get so wide open?
He doesn't look real fast. Like one of the smallest guys on the field. How does this guy always get open? And how is he always catching the ball over somebody that's bigger than him?
The end zone, touchdown Seahawks to Largent.
I don't think he could outrun me, and I can't run very fast. But the thing is, he'll run a slant pattern. He'll run it 4 different ways.
He could set up guys and just humiliate them.
Throws to him in the corner of the end zone, touchdown Seahawks.
I mean, he embarrassed people with his route running.
Your ability to be a great athlete and your ability to be a football player are 2 different things. And I think he was a tremendous football player.
For Largent, he's in the clear, he makes the grab, touchdown Seahawks.
I'm not a great athlete, but I think I'm a good football player. I've played for a long time, and I know a lot about the game. And because I've been around for a long time now, you know, my football instincts are pretty good.
Ball is caught, touchdown Seahawks.
They would always say that the one thing that Largent can do well is catch the ball. I may not have been the fastest guy, run deep routes or anything like that, but I would catch the ball if it was thrown near me.
It's easy to appreciate Largent's talents in retrospect, but in 1976, the Houston Oilers drafted Largent in the 4th round, where he was soon traded to Seattle for an 8th-round pick.
You talk to anybody associated with the Houston Oilers at that time, and they'll probably admit that's the greatest mistake they ever made. And he comes to Seattle, and he's not real big, and he's not real fast. And if you were watching them practice that first day, you would not pick him out of the line to even make the team, let alone become the receiver he was.
But by the time he retired, he had caught more passes than any receiver in the history of this league.
Great throw short. He's got a reception by Largent, who makes the catch and now becomes the all-time career receiving leader in the National Football League.
It wasn't just career catches, career yards, touchdown catches, all that kind of stuff. I mean, he had that long streak of consecutive receptions. It goes into the most seasons with 50 catches and all that kind of stuff.
Pump fake now, let's throw to the end zone. There it is. Touchdown Seahawks, number 100.
Largent played his entire career with the Seahawks, so while he's number 3 on our countdown, he'll always be number 1 in Seattle.
And he made plays for the Seahawks for so long.
He makes the grab. Touchdown Seahawks.
They've never had a receiver like him, and I don't know if they ever will have another receiver like a Steve Largent.
Has it. Touchdown Seahawks.
Any list of great receivers you put together, regardless of era, should have Steve Largent on it.
Yes, for the Mets. Oh! Are you kidding me? Mike George, the co-creator of 5 for 5 Baseball, just hit a hawk. Numbered to 10. Wow. Would you just look at it? That is sick. Peanut butter and jealous Mike George. Wow, buddy. Absolutely beautiful. Hand numbered to 10.
Here's Ventura, RBI single in the first. Watch out. Look at this. Robin took exception to the pitch. And one after Nolan Ryan. Wants to start things back up right here. And here's Lamont. And here we go again. I cannot see who is in the middle. Bo is in there. There's somebody drags out. Doug Manzolino. Jeff Schwartz.
Boy, Mickey Hatcher's got a pretty good cut over his right eye, as you can see right there. Boy, this thing's getting ugly out. Got to get these two teams back to their benches.
Well, they'd love to. I hope Ivan Rodriguez and some of the other guys Just stay out of this thing. Ivan Rodriguez just had that fractured cheekbone.
Oh, yeah.
Dalen stand tall, captain of the wax sport. Ripping packs nightly, this the card court. Junk wax vintage, we crack backs tight. From vintage to modern, keep the hits in sight. Ripping packs, cracking backs is what we do. Community strong, every car feels brand new. Spicy water toast, here's a shout to the crew. JWVCC fam, this one's for you. Got that cardboard treasure, packs we attack. Legends in our hands, no looking back. From Griffey to Luca, the grails in the stash. Chase down the rainbow, chasing dreams in the flash. Bases loaded, we swinging for the crowd. From basement to spotlight, we hustle loud. Trading war stories, these moments stay golden. Heart in every rip, connections unfolding. Ripping packs, cracking backs is what we do. Community strong, every car feels brand new. Spicy water toast, here's a shout to the crew. JWVCC fam, this one's for you. Late nights live, magic under the lights. Hits like thunder, pulls taking flight. Appreciate the game, from old school to prime. JWVCC forever, a moment at a time. Late nights cracking magic, it's what we do. Community strong, every car feels brand new. Spicy water toast, here's a shout to the crew. JWVCC fam, this one's for you. Yo, ripping packs, cracking backs is what we do. Community strong, every car feels brand new. Spicy water toast, here's a shout to the crew. JWVCC fam, this one's for you.
Well, good morning, everybody. Hi. Happy Thursday, you incredible human beings who have already started a fantastic Friday or fantastic Thursday morning. Hype train! As always, you legends, you already know. If we take this magnificent morning hype train to hype train level 5, we will give away another Junkwax Vintage Hitbox. Ladies and gentlemen, we gave one away just a few hours ago. So I am happy to give another one away if you want. Threaten me with a good time, everybody. Good morning, Cody King. You're right, he is flying back there. Indeedy. Kevin Ward, good morning. Mikey, good morning. I know it, right? It's crazy. Mookie, top of the morning to you, my man. What's up, Mookie? What's up? Good morning, everybody. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as always, if it is your very first time tuning into this giant cranium, good morning. Hi, my name is Dalen, also known as Junkwax Vintage. You can find me here almost every single morning, starting your morning the right way with that daily dose of positivity, some sweet, sweet trading cards, a healthy dose of camaraderie, and always a whole heck of a lot of laughs. Typically at my expense, and I would have it no other way. Thank you all for being here with me this morning, my friends. We have a very fun morning in store for you. So we have some juicy stuff to rip through for the family. We have a box for Mr. Andrew Shumper, our family devil dog. Hoorah! We have some Celebration. We also have a sealed case of Celebration with 2 boxes out of it now, right behind me. So if any of you would like to snag a box out of that sealed case, please feel free to do so. I would love to find you a case hit this morning. Threaten me with a good time. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting closer and closer on some of those breaks that are up there at junkwaxvintage.com. So as always, ladies and gentlemen, if you are new here this morning, feel free to go check out junkwaxvintage.com. That is where you find where the goods are. Everything having to do with this channel can be found there at junkwaxvintage.com. And ladies and gentlemen, if you were not here last night, damn, what a family break we had last night, ladies and gentlemen. We busted into a half case of Panini Prospects baseball, and it was nothing short of amazing. 60 autographs. A Travis Bazzana kaboom. Shout out to Mr. Mark Bluma who was the big winner last night. Him and Kirk Noah did both of them very, very well. But Mark Bluma, I have to go back and count, my friends. Don't quote me on this number. But I strongly believe he got 18 autographs out of one break. Congratulations, Mark Bluma. Brandon Daigle, good morning. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a birthday this morning. Is Morgie here with us? I have not seen him yet. But is he here? Morgie, are you here this morning, birthday boy? I see a biggin. Oh, Todd Van Poppel back there. My man. That is why he's back there. Jeff Hansen, good morning. Patrick Freund, good morning, you legend. The family fisherman gracing us with his presence. Travis Lindblad, great to see you too, buddy. Scotty Too Hottie Kunico, it's true. I almost died last night. Live on the stream when I pulled that Travis Bazana kaboom. It was not funny. I mean, I'm just kidding. It was funny. As long as I did not die. Ohio D, what's up, buddy? Brian M, thank you for smacking the follow button and welcome to the crew. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what we must do. So we're going to switch up the morning routine just slightly this morning because I am waiting on some spicy water to get cold in the freezer. So we're starting off the morning with no spicy water, but that's okay. We'll move on about a half hour here. We'll be fine. No big deal. So the next thing we must do, ladies and gentlemen, is you already know. We got to bust into that very first pack of juicy junkwax. Let's get started this morning with some Desert Storm. That's fun. Oh, you know it, Jeff Rotel. That's right. Travis Lindblad, that's right. It's true. It's true. Yeah, I don't think we've seen Morgie this morning. But man, I wish we did. I totally understand he's a working man now. So I assume we will see him back here later tonight. Mr. Poke, hey buddy, to buy stuff, is it on the website or through TikTok? It is definitely on the website, my friend. We do not have a TikTok shop, but I appreciate you asking. Aaron Kirshner, any insight on when the 3 MVP boxes ship? No. I am so sorry, my friend. I wish I had some insight, though, because we have some coming, too. I wish I had insight on that. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. How about the old Congressional Medal of Honor getting us started? Not too shabby. F-14 flying in formation. The USS Woolley frigate. That reminds me of the frigate level in GoldenEye. Give me a hell yeah in the chat if you know exactly what I'm talking about. Taking off in an F-18. Ooh, little surface-to-air Hawk missile. Magnificent Michael, good morning, my man. Great to see you. Bill's Mafia, welcome back, good buddy. Top of the morning to you. You are just in time to see us busting into our very first pack of juicy junk wax. How about a checklist? Storm and Norman, Schwarzkopf. The CH-47 Chinook, I have jumped out of those many times. And last but not least, you have an Uzi and a AK-47 behind it. That's fun. Considering we didn't even really use those in that war. That's interesting. Huh. All right, ladies and gentlemen. First pack of the morning. Smokey Rob. No, there are no numbered cards in the 90s Desert Storm. Wish there was, though, bud. Alrighty. Good morning, everybody. It is magnificent to see you on this thankful Thursday. Thank you for being here with me. If you are new here this morning, my friends, and you have not smacked that follow button yet, what are you doing with your life? You might want to. We are a tight-knit group of card enthusiasts, and we come together almost every single morning. And ladies and gentlemen, that hype train has hit level 5. So we are absolutely giving away a Junk Wax Vintage Hit Box this morning, and I am uber excited to do so. There you go, Mikey. It's true. Poutine Petey, good morning, you legend. Great to see one of our Canadian cousins. Scotty Too Hottie Kunico, you want the Chinook and the F-14. You know what, buddy? I'm just going to give them all to you. How about that, Scotty? We'll just make that a little easier. There you go, buddy. Ron Baldwin, hello, my friend. How you doing? Broski Jazz, thank you for smacking that follow button. Welcome to the crew. Very nice to have you. All right, do we have a devil dog with us this morning? Mr. Andrew Shumper, are you here this morning, good buddy? If not, that is 1,000% okay. No biggie. And that hype train just pulled into the station at hype train level 5.
Ooh, yeah.
You know, that's a good question, Mikey. I don't hear them either. I'm so sorry. Jake Chambers, good morning, my man. That is a 1994 Fleer hot glove die cut in a PSA 10. Thank you for asking. Mari Clendening, good morning. D Nag, thank you for smacking the follow button. Welcome, buddy. Cincy Ray, good morning, you legend. Scotty 2 Hottie Kuniko, you are so welcome. I got you covered. Excuse me. Might be a little rough until we get our spicy water. All right, everybody. It does not look like we have an Andrew Shumper this morning, and that is 1,000% okay. He'll be back here tonight. So, let's refresh that shop, shall we? See where we're at. Top of the morning to you, Mari. How you doing, young lady? Always good to see you. Hope you and the little uns are doing well. All right, we are current up there in that shop. So, next, do we have my buddy, our brother, Mr. Hollywood Cole, Travis Lindblad? Are you here? You giant, handsome son of a gun. Super Grover, good morning, buddy. Oh, you know what, folks? That reminds me, we got to do a little 5 for 5 baseball. And that right there is my spicy water timer. 17 minutes to go there, ladies and gentlemen. All right, 5 for 5 baseball real quick, and then we're busting into some packs for Travis Lindblad, if he's here. There he is. Good morning, Trav and the Travie Bunch. We got to work through your mountain over here, my man. All right, so folks, the picks for the day. Shout out to Uncle Moosey, Orioles, Fightin' Phillies, the Twinkies. Shout out to Steve Doctor. Shout out to Ryan Fenger. Shout out to Josh Williams, our marvelous Minnesotans. Todd and the Wet Sprockets in there too. Taking down the Arizona Diamondbacks. And last but not least, some WKRP in Cincinnati. Oh, you know it, Mikey. I have learned that lesson, sir. A couple times. Straight stop and welcome back, buddy. Nice to see you. All right, so folks, that is the picks for the day. If you do not know what this app is, if you have never seen this before, 545baseball.com. It is the number 5, the word FOR, 4, the number 5, and the word baseball, spelled out, BASEBALL.com. So if you go to 5for5baseball.com, you can download this app for free. And we do it together almost every single morning. All you got to do, folks, is just roll up in here and pick the 5 teams you think are going to win that day. And then we have a special league for the Junkwax Vintage Card Club. Let me show you something. Kuznar, good morning. All right, so we have actually 2 contests in here. And yours truly is in 3rd place. Travis Lindblad, our favorite Hollywood Cole, up there in the number 1 spot. Beautiful. And the American Dream, Dusty Rupp, taking number 2. Thank you, J-Rod. Great minds think alike, Mr. Hillis. I got you, Trevor Taylor. Right, I feel you there, buddy. I feel the same way about my Mariners. So, shout out to Travis. Shout out to Dusty. Shout out to Tony. Shout out to myself, Old Horseshoe Jeremy Coe, Kilo Joe Montez, Silver Fox Daniel Gates, the Hitman, Brad Ahern, Mark Keys, rounding out the top 10. Oh, thank you, Straight Stompin'. My man, good to see you this morning, sir. And then check this out, folks. We actually, unbeknownst to me, we had a second contest group started. And yours truly just happens to be on the top of that one, because I have had 2 5 for 5s this season already. This one is tracking just the 5 for 5s, I think. So there you go. Pretty sweet. Feel free to join us, my friends. We have a blast almost every single morning with that app. And shout out to our buddies Ryan and Mike, the creators of that app. Love those dudes. That was me last season, Mikey. That's right. Travis Lindblad, your show's 15th? Well, you might want to refresh it there, buddy. Because, yeah, I think you're in the number 1 spot, sir. I just refreshed it. Yep. By just a few points there, legend. Magnificent Michael is downloading it right now. Beautiful, buddy. So, hey, just a heads up, folks. If you do download the app, when you log in, You're going to see those icons there on the bottom of the screen, okay? You want the Leagues tab, so you're going to tap that, and it's going to bring you up. Now, on your screen, my friends, the first time you log in, you're not going to have these two groups right there, okay? All you're going to have is a red and blue button. You're going to tap the Join a League button, and then you're going to type in JWV. That is our league code. There you go. Why, thank you, Cincy. I appreciate the positivity, buddy. Thank you, Jeffro. I appreciate that. Travis Lindblad, I think you have to join the second one, my friend. And I think it's JWV1, possibly is the code. Somebody correct me on that if I am incorrect. All right. Thank you, everybody. All right, Travis Lindblad, my brother, Mr. Head Honcho over there in 5 for 5 Baseball. Let's get into some juicy junk wax. How about we start with some good old 1990 basketball, my man? See if we can't find you another Michael Jordan. I am always happy to bust into some 1990 Fleer. 'Cause busting makes me feel good. Shout out to the Ghostbusters. All right, quit being a perv. Ellison. First card Magic. Grant Long. Danny Ferry. Byron Irvin for Rip City. AC Green. Horace Grant. Eddie Johnson. Mark Jackson. Sends the Menendez brothers. James Edwards, channeling his inner Fu Manchu. Scotty Too Hottie Brooks. Reggie Miller, legend. Big Joe Klein with Patrick Ewing co-starring. Mark Eaton, Buck Soap Johnson, and old Moses Malone. Nice, Colby. Very cool, buddy. Shout out to the Menendez brothers. Thank you so much, Jeffro. You were absolutely right, buddy. So the second Junk Wax Vintage group, the league code is JWV1. So if you want to join them both, my friends, it is JWV for the first one, JWV1 for the second group. Thank you, Jeffro. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so, so much. Oh, nice, Colby. Beautiful, buddy. Shout out to your dad. All right, we got Rod Strickland for San Antonio, right down the road from yours truly. Alvin, Simon, and Theodore Robertson. Big Sam Perkins for Dallas. Wayman Tisdale. Billy Thompson. Mark Price. Cliff and the Swiss Family Robinson. Michael Thompson. That is Clay Thompson's daddy, with Roni Sakali co-starring. Stacey King. Tim Perry. Double T. And we're not talking about Timmy Tebow. And we're not talking about Trevor Taylor. We are definitely not talking about Tyler Tingles. We are talking about Trent Tucker. The Worm. My son's PC, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dennis Rodman. Shout out to Johnny D, Johnny Dawkins, Chucky in person, and Reggie Lewis. Finishing that one off for you, buddy. Your penultimate Pack Magic out of 1990 Fleer Basketball. Good luck. Boomer Sooner, good morning, buddy. And Macho Danny Savage, I cannot thank you enough for annihilating our GOAT goal. I appreciate you, bud. All right, here we go. How about some Horny? Hornacek. There's the big man, Patrick Ewing. Iconic photo. All-time All-Star, Mr. Joe Dumars. The round mound of rebound. That's terrible, man. Terrible. Charles Barkley. McLeod, there can only be one. Dennis Johnson. Mikey Brown. Oh, thank you, Tom. I appreciate that, my friend. Good to see you, brother. How are you? Eric Floyd. Cliff Livingston. Danny Young, another Rip City pal. King of the Valley, James Worthy. Will Purdue for the Bulls. The Rambus Youth. Shout out to Kurt Rambus. Gerald Wilkins. And the legend, Isaiah Thomas. Finishing that one off. Very nice. Alrighty.
One down, one to go.
I am glad you're doing well, Tom. Good to see you this morning, my brother. Welcome back. I hope all is well with you, good buddy. Big hugs. And firm handshakes to you, my dear friend. Magnificent Michael says, okay, I'm in the app, but it won't let you put in the invite code. Can I get it again, please, sir? Absolutely. It is JWV or JWV1. Kevin Ward, thank you for sharing out my live, you big sweetie. Yankee Mafia, good morning. All right, last pack magic out of 1990 Fleer basketball. And we start with the Admiral with Alex English co-starring. Fred Roberts, master of the receding hairline for the Milwaukee Bucks. Derek Hapa, Harold Presley, Veroni Sakali, with Michael Jordan co-starring. Nice. Senor Ruiz. Good morning, Oscar. How you doing? Buenos dias. Larry Nance. Rip City Terry Porter. Byron Scott. Gotta love pack number 4, my brother. There you go. Ask and we shall receive. A nicely centered Michael Jordan. There you go, Dusty Rupp, right? I am with you. That's a nice one, dude. Carefully sleeving that one up for you. Right meow. That is centered really nicely. Just maybe a scotch by a hair off. Beautiful card, though, buddy. Excuse me. On the stand goes MJ. Little last pack magic. That's right, Tom. You asked for a Jordan and it appeared. Ask and you shall receive, my brother. All right, Dan Marley. Charles Oakley. The original bad boy of basketball, Mr. Bill Lambier. Tommy Chambers on the All-Star. Percy Hawkins. Detlef Schrempf. Legend for my Seattle Seahawks, who I met when I was 12. And last but not least, old Double I, Mr. Robert Parrish, for my Boston brethren. Buenos dias, Chito Vera. That is very kind of you to say, good sir, and top of the morning to you. Alrighty. Nice little round of 1990 Fleer basketball, if I do say so myself, Travis Lindblad. Congratulations on that beautiful Michael Jordan. And you got some legends in there, too. Jordan co-starring with the Sakali, David Robinson, Isaiah Thomas, Charles Barkley, little Patrick Ewing. Beautiful. I love it. Just me missing one card. Good to see you this morning, buddy. Travis Lindblad. They can, yes, but typically you want to use semi-rigid sleeves. I'll show you. This is what you want to use there, buddy. These are perfect for grading submissions. So when we send off our big grading submissions, we use these. Because you do not get top loaders back, and they are not cheap. So we always put them in the semi-rigid sleeves. There you go. Pro tip. All right, legends. I'm going to refresh that shop real quick. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing anything. And if so, we're going to get right back to some more juicy junk wax for Travis Lindblad. Anime Global TCG says, is that Jordan worth? I found a shoebox with it with like 23 Jordans in it, and that card is one of them. Awesome, man. Congratulations. That's great. Tom says, are you ever doing audiobooks or guidebooks? Your voice is relaxing, but you want to know more. Well, I appreciate that, Tom. That is very kind of you to say, buddy. And I would love to do that. Yeah. I have thought about maybe doing some audiobooks. I appreciate the kind words there, buddy. Thank you, Tom. Hit me in the feels this morning, you legend. All right, boys and girls. We are solid up there in that shop, so we're just going to continue with some of this juicy junk wax. Excuse me. I see you, Mikey. Shout out to Morgan Freeman. Okie dokie. Let's get back to some 1993 O-Pee-Chee Premier Baseball. And you know what, folks? It's getting a little hot up in here. I'd say it's getting pretty serious. Good morning, Johnny D. Good morning, Rob Richardson. I see you, gentlemen. That's better.
Ooh, yeah.
I see you over there, Cody. Good morning, my fellow Texans. Tom says he is getting Mike Rowe mixed with Jim Carrey vibes. Bro, I think if you could put two dudes together and make a Dalen, I think you hit the nail right on the head, my man. Shout out to Mike Rowe and old Jim Carrey. I like it, Tom. My man. Beautiful. All right, let's go, Travis Lindblad. And Kyle Willard, my San Antonio hermano. Good morning, buddy. Damn good to see you, Kyle. My brother. Thank you, Cincy. I totally agree. Travis Lindblad. Nope, we typically do not sell the semi-rigid card sleeves, but we might. That brings that to my attention. Maybe we need to. Alrighty. We start with the crime dog, Hall of Fame legend, Mr. Fred McGriff. Beautiful. Oh, I got you, Travis. So, Travis, what I will do is maybe snag some of those, and we can put them up in the shop for you. My pleasure. So that way you know you're getting the right ones. Because believe it or not, there's actually different kinds of those, and I have made that mistake 3 or 4 times. So I will make those mistakes so you don't have to. Good, sir. All right, Fred McGriff on the star performer. Tim Pugh. The Hawk, Andre Dawson. The Shermanator, Daryl Sherman for Sandy Goggins. David Goggins. Backwards, for no apparent reason, perennial all-star pitcher Chris Bosio. You are so welcome, Travis. Harold Baines. And yes, we do, Jeffro. Absolutely. To get, I think it's like 5% off over there at BCW. We are partnered with BCW Supplies. So if you go over there and you use the code JWV, it will give you a little discount. Shout out to Uncle Moosey, Harold Baines. Jeff Russell, out there looking like a stepdad who is behind on child support. Jeff Mutis for Tim Hudson's Cleveland Indians. Gerald Clark. Pat Lestach for Milwaukee on your star performer. Juan in a Million Guzman. Thank you so much, Mikey. I appreciate that, buddy. Big John Kruk for the Fightin' Phillies. And Travis Lindblad, if you just want to wait until we have those in the shop, that's 1,000% okay, too. I appreciate you, buddy. Big John Kruk. And you folks remember when we found that one-of-one superfractor of that fella at a Topps Topps Chrome Platinum Anniversary. That was amazing. We did a case break of that product, ladies and gentlemen, and we found not one, but 2 superfractor one-of-ones in the same case. Goodness gracious. Good morning, Uncle Smitty. Yay. Top of the morning to my San Antonio brother. We have John Cummings for the Seattle Mariners. David Cohn. Travis Fryman. I remember when that dude was an absolute stud for the Tigers. The Hawk, Andre Dawson. We have seen him twice. Juan, but twice. The Canadian sensation, Mr. Big Joe Carter. Shout out to our Canadian cousins. Eric Young. For the Rockies, Sean Barry. Felix Jose for Crazy Car Lady Kim's Royals. David Hulse. Pete Incaviglia for the Fightin' Phillies. There's a throwback. Jeff Conine, Orsolak, and old Normie Charlton for my Seattle Mariners. And ladies and gentlemen, you know what that sound is. Let's go bust into some spicy water, shall we? Perfect timing. 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, you legends. I'll be right back. There we go. Always right in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Anthony, good morning, legend. Fantasy Chicken, I sincerely appreciate you sharing out my live, buddy. Thank you. That is one of the biggest compliments anybody can ever pay me over here on this app. Purple People Eaters, what's up, buddy? Top of the morning to ya. As always, legends, I know we have a whole bunch of rookies in here this morning. Some newbies to the Junkwax Vintage Card Club. If you are new here this morning, my friends, cheers. Broast. Pinkies up because we're fancy. Jean-Claude Van Damme. I love spicy water. Oh, it's just so good when it hits your lips. Okie dokie, pokies. Let's get back into some NOR 19. Actually, you know what? We're going to keep those down here. And we're going to switch it up just a little bit and get into some 1990 Skybox basketball. See if we can't find another MJ for Travis Lindblad. Let's do it. Thank you, Cody. I could not agree more. Jeffro, thank you for dropping that link in the chat, you helpful son of a gun. I appreciate you, Jeffro. Moderator extraordinaire. Buenos dias, Arturo. Señor Cotto. Que bueno verte. Oh, there you go, Tom. Shout out to your grandpappy. He had a wonderful vernacular. We have somebody asking, the Barkley from that set with the Jordan 1990 Fleer, is it an error or just a scam? That's a good question, my friend. I have no idea. Yep, that's right. Shout out to Penny. Old Penny Hardaway. We have a lot of those, by the way, in the collection that we purchased a couple weeks back. Whole bunch of Penny in there. All right, we're going to save your pack number 4 off to the side, Travie. Here we go. Mark Alari. So our buddy over here on TikTok says, allegedly 2 errors and all the ones you have are that way? Interesting. How many copies do you have, my friend, if I may ask? Old Johnny Sunbold. And my advice to you, my friend, would be to follow us over there on Facebook. We have a private Facebook group. And you can post cards like that and ask that question there. And then we would love to help you. Sidney Green. All right, Magnificent Mike made it into 5 for 5 baseball. Beautiful, buddy. You are so welcome, and thank you for joining us. I'm excited to see how we do. Now, remember, folks, in 5 for 5 baseball, you can choose your teams early. So if you want to, and word to the wise, choose your teams for the next week so you make sure that you don't miss a day. Pro tip. Randy White, hanging with Mr. Cooper. Wayne Rollins, Jimmy's brother. Legend, Mr. Steve Kerr, with Mark Jackson co-starring. Fred Roberts, the Charlotte Hornets. Yes, they are, Elo. You are absolutely right, buddy. Cincy Ray, welcome back, my man. Winston Bennett. And that's right. Keep an eye out for rainouts in baseball. That is correct. Thank you, Jeffro. Good call. So, folks, if there is a rainout, you have to go in there and select another team. I've been burned by that a couple times. Steve Alford. Chris Jackson on the draft. Konchak. The Lakers. Sedale Threat for my now defunct Seattle Supersonics. Cary Grant. Mike Dunleavy. How about Magic Johnson? Beautiful. Yeah, that is correct, Hollywood Cole Travis. Talking about the Griffey, yes. But he's talking about Charles Barkley or something like that. Cincy, thank you for sharing out my live, buddy. Wayman Tisdale. Gene Littles. There's Clay Thompson's daddy from Washington State University, Michael Thompson. Mitchie Redmond looking basketball ready. The Sacramento Kings. Jerome Kersey throwing it down for Rip City. Thurl Bailey. Johnny Newman. Lester Connor with Sam Vincent co-starring. Vlade Divac with Jack Sigma co-starring. Danny Ainge. And ladies and gentlemen, I have a 1982 Fleer baseball card with Danny Ainge on it. That's pretty cool. Bernard King. Shout out to Pearl Jam, Mookie Blaylock. So, sucker free in the land of lollipops. He says there's an extra decimal and one missing on the FG percentage, the field goal percentage. So, I think that's one of those things that they try to hype up as an error, but I think it's just a simple printing error, and typically those simple printing errors are not valuable. That's just people scamming on eBay. Yeah. I'm with you, buddy. All right, Mookie Blaylock. Ricky Smits. Rory Sparrow. Reggie Miller. Legend, and that is an iconic card. There is another Cincy Ray. That is correct. Yep. You have a Cincy brother over here on TikTok. ATCincy4982. Ed Neely. Jeff Martin. Yep, that is absolutely right, Michael. Correctamundo. Yep. There's some Griffies out there like that, too. Eddie Johnson. And, you know, people will just try to find any excuse to mark their cards up. But you do not have to play into that, my friends, because you know better. We try to elevate everybody's level of education here in this community. There is no gatekeeping happening here. I give you everything that I know. Because in my humble opinion, we are only as smart as the most ignorant person in our entire group. So I try to elevate that level of knowledge to everybody. A rising tide raises all ships. Jerry Sloan. Winston Garland. Hey, sucker free in the land of lollipops, you are so welcome, and thank you for smacking the follow button, my friend. Good morning. And I am here almost every single morning and every evening, so I hope to see you back here tonight after dinner. Roy Hinson. Byron Irvin. The Adventures of Milo and Otis Smith. Billy Bedford, old double aught for Detroit. Mike Woodson and Hanslick with a mighty mustache. A luscious lip curtain. Beautiful. I see you, Uncle Smitty. Hey, good morning, Cam. How you doing, buddy? I appreciate you being here, good sir. Big hugs, firm handshakes all around. I'm going to sleeve up your Magic Johnson. And then let's get into your pack number 4 here, Travis. Good luck, my man. And you know what, Cam? I can't follow everybody, but I got you. I like the cut of your jib, Cam. Thank you for being so positive, buddy. And I smacked sucker free, too. And Michael, I already followed you, good sir. There we go. All right, pack number 4, buddy.
One down, one to go.
Ooh, and we start off with my Seattle Supersonics. Beautiful. Poquito más, gracias para la follow. Mucho aprecio. En lo siento en advance porque mi español es basura. Porque soy muy gringo. All right, Olden, Polynice. How about Larry Legend? Nice one. Uncle Smitty. Yes, please, sir. That would be sick. Please do. Would love for you to see the new place possibly today, buddy. Mikey Schuler. Tom says over here on TikTok, I've noticed pretty much everyone that is in your lives is always positive. I could not agree more, my man. I say it almost every single day. I would not be able to do this without each and every one of you. I could put my voice out there into the ether on a daily basis like I have for almost 4 years, but it means absolutely nothing if you're not here on the other end to receive it. So, I truly believe that we have the best group of Gem Mint 10 human beings in the entire card hobby on all of the interwebs right here in the JWVCC. And from what Tom just said, thank you for the vouch. You're absolutely right. Thank you, Anthony. Good morning, you legend. And folks, if you have not followed old Rippin' Ant over there, please do. I love that dude. Cody the King Lawler. Thank you for smacking the follow button and welcome to the crew, my man. Good morning, Cody. All right, Dennis Rodman, The Worm, with Larry Bird co-starring. Shout out to my son, his PC. Todd Leakney. Old Chris Ford, looking pensive. Buck Soap Johnson. Greg Berg. Thank you for smacking the follow button and welcome to the crew. Old Double Aught, Robert Parrish. The Trailblazers. Shout out to my Portland pals. Dustin Moore. Looking at you. Dan Marley, Sean Elliott for San Antonio, Dennis B. Hobson, Craig Elo. Shout out to Elo there in the chat. Muggsy Bogues. Awesome. And Dan Shays, last but not least, finishing that one off. Aw, thank you, Mr. Kenyon. I appreciate that, buddy. Travis, that is very kind of you. I think he might have that one, but I sincerely appreciate the thought, my man. As always, thank you so, so much. Okie dokie, folkies. I want to refresh junkwaxvintage.com, make sure I'm not missing anything. As always, you legends, you are more than welcome to head on over to junkwaxvintage.com. There's a metric ton of delicious sealed wax right here behind me, and I would love to bust into something for you. And there just happens to be some new stuff up there, if you have not taken a gander. Let's sleeve up our Larry Legends here for Travis Lindblad. Aw, and thank you so much, buddy. That is unbelievably kind of you to say, my man. Thank you. And same could be said for you, good sir. Your channel is awesome. You are always positive as well, buddy. So us positive content creators need to stick together. And that is what you and I have done for the last couple of years. Much love to you, Anthony. Good to see you this morning, you legend. Oh, you're absolutely right. The hick from French Lick. All right, legends. Refresh! Little sippy. Cheers. Burroast. Oh, hell yeah, we good. As I have said before, my dear friends, and I will say it again, I never apologize for the redundancy. I truly believe that it is absolutely impossible to go out there and have anything less than a stellar day when you started it right here in the junkyard. And this Thankful Thursday is no different. Test me. Aw, Tom, I love it, buddy. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are new here this morning, just a very friendly reminder, we are live on 5 platforms simultaneously every single show. Right this second, we are live on TikTok, Facebook, Kick, YouTube, and of course, the whole rest of the fam damly is over here on Twitch. So if you want to come join us, feel free. Let me show you something. So ladies and gentlemen, I'll give you a little tutorial. If you're over here on the TikTok, you see my profile. Right there. You see there's a Lemon 8 link. Right underneath our Twitch address. Next up on Dirty Jobs. I see you, Tom. So, shout out to Mike Rowe. This evening on The Deadliest Catch. Anyway, if you smack that Lemon 8 link, don't worry, we're not going to Lemon 8. You just tap it, little tap, tap, tap-a-roo. It'll take you right on over to a menu. Cool? You want to select the second option, Linktree. It will take you to this beautiful page right here. Your first option is the Junk Wax Vintage website. However, if you want to come join us over here, it is that link right there. Cartoon comment box in between X and LinkedIn. Or excuse me, X and YouTube. So if you use that little bad boy, it'll bring you right on over. If you do not have Twitch already, it will prompt you to download it for free. And keep in mind, my friends, all of these white icons right here are all different platforms that you can follow us on. I sincerely appreciate you taking a second and doing that, because it is immensely impactful to this channel. So there you go, folks. And I know there's a lot of you that I have inspired you to go out and sell your own cards. I love that. There's actually a special link just for you right there to sell your cards on Whatnot. And shout out to Ernie Larson, who was the very first person to use that link. Love that dude. Good morning, Tyler Freed. How you doing, buddy? It's Danny. Que paso, Senor Rendon? Good to see our Colorado cousin this morning. What you talking about, Willis? Good morning, Corey D. How you doing, legend? Top of the morning to all of you. Big hugs. Firm handshakes all around. Cheers, my friends. All right. Into some more for Mr. Travis Lindblad, a.k.a. Hollywood Cole. Let's do 4 packs of 1988 Donruss baseball, shall we? See if we can't find some Mark Grace. And then after these rips, my friends, we will head right back on over to junkwaxvintage.com and see if I'm missing anything. WWE 7800, good morning, you legend. Good to see ya. That's right, Trevor Taylor. So our boy Travis snagged 50 packs of Juicy Junk Wax. So I sincerely appreciate that, gentlemen. Thank you, Travis, again, for giving us a few days to bust through all of them. All right, we got Stan the Man. Tony Pena. And Travis, that shows a level of maturity that I wish every single person would show. So thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that, Travis. Big time. Thank you, Trevor Taylor. Tony Pena. Jamie Moyer. Junior Ortiz for the Pirates. Zane Smith. Mr. Steal Yo Girl for Atlanta. Back-to-back Mr. Steal Yo Girls. Do not leave your girl around him. True player for real. She will come back knocked up. And you will have a ginger baby. Rockin' Ruffin stuff with his Afro puff. Bruce Ruffin. Old Teddy Ruffin. Shout out to the Grundle. The GOAT. How about Mr. Tony Gwynn? If there's a Mount Rushmore of hitters, he's smack dab right in the middle. Rest in peace. Alan Ashby. Greg Walker. Lance Johnson, rated rookie for the Cardinals. Shout out to Jeffro and Kyle Willard, our resident St. Lunatics in the family. The Karate Kid, Mitchie Williams. Lazorko. Mikey Fitzgerald for those now defunct Expos. Terry Steinbach. And last but not least, Charlie Leibrandt. Michael, yep. Go check out junkwaxvintage.com, my friend. Happy to help you out there, Michael. Thank you for asking. That's right. Thank you, Travis. I appreciate that, buddy. All right, let's move on. Some more 1988 Donruss. I see you, Mr. Lindblad. Looking for some Wallop and Wallace? I got you, Tom. Let's see if we can't find them. Stan the Man. Sean Hilagus for the Trolley Dodgers rated rookie. Rest in peace to the legend, Ricky Henderson. Ricky Gome. Pete O'Brien, Kevin O'Brien's cousin, thrice removed. Devon White. The Big Cat. Meow. Andres Galarraga. Mikey Davis. Kevin Seitzer and his orchestra. Brett Bunt Butler. Pedro Guerrero. The 50 cal, Marty Barrett. Kirk Gibson. Beautiful. Shout out to the Kirks in the family. Rob Deere in headlights. A Lance in the streets, but a Larry in the sheets.
Giggity, giggity.
Little AVS, Andy Van Slyke, and a checklist. Finishing that one off. Beautiful. Moving on. I see you, Trevor Taylor. I love it, Travis. There you go, my man. Getting paid to watch us rip. That is a beautiful thing. How about Stan the Man on the puzzle? The underrated Willie McGee. Bill Long. Bobby Boone. Pete Incaviglia. Joey Meyer, rated rookie for Milwaukee. My name is Tom Foley, and I'm a motivational speaker. Shout out to Tom Foley. My PC since I was 7 years old, Mr. Jose Cant Seiko. Bud Black. Mickey Hatcher. Big Dave Winfield for the Pinstripes. Todd Benzinger. Jeff and the Swiss Family Robinson. Tom Needen Zephyr. legend, Mr. Robin Yount. Shout out to the Hammer, Jeff Hansen. And last but not least, for the Chicago White Sox, shout out to John McDonald. We got some Ivan Calderon finishing that one off. All right.
One down, one to go.
Last pack magic, you legends. Let's do it. And then we will refresh that shop and make sure I'm not missing anything. How we doing this morning, Johnny D? Cincy. Ronnie Robinson was called the true creature given by Charlie Hustle Pete Rose. Nice. I think that fits. Poor fella. All right, Stan the Man Musel. Trigger Trev. He says, D, quick question when you have a second. What's up, buddy? Tim Loudner. Jeff, I have no muscles. Man. Dave Hengel. Looking like he just left a surprise in the men's room for the rest of his team. The Hawk Andre Dawson, so nice we have seen him twice on an MVP. Matt Williams laying down the bunt. AVS, so nice we have seen him twice. Double P, and we're not talking about Perry the Platypus. Pat Perry. Andres Thomas. The GOAT Tony Gwynn on the MVP. Nice. Ooh, how about a couple of 1-2-3 Ripkins? Mr. F-Face himself. Cal Sr., Cal Jr., the man, the myth, the mustache, Mikey Schmidt, Greg Myers, Ed Romero with those cool flip-up glasses, Domingo Ramos for our Seattle Mariners, and last but not least, what the heck, Donnie? Oh, Donnie Moore. Beautiful. Very nice. Gotta love some 1988 Donruss there, folks. All right, legends. Allow me just a moment. Travis Lindblad has got a mountain of cards here. I'm going to put these in a safe place for him, and I'll be right back. I'm going to take your MJ2 there, Travie. Again, buddy. Nice one. Does look like it might have a slightly boo-boo bottom left corner, though, I just noticed. I'd have to get that one underneath a microscope to be sure. Trigger Trevor Bostwick. He says, box 3 of Heritage. If I wanted to close that out, do I have to go in and individually get the spots, or can I send the total in a custom spot? Trigger Trev, I would sincerely appreciate it if you would go in there and take down each spot, because otherwise I'm going to have to go in manually and do it myself. So one of us is going to have to take down those spots, my man. I do appreciate you. Thank you so much, Trigger Trev. There you go, Trevor Taylor. Nailed it. I cannot thank you enough, Mr. Bostwick. Thank you, you handsome son of a gun. Travis Lindblad, you want to pre-grade that Jordan? My pleasure, good sir. Threaten me with a good time. Let me put your nomenclature on this little bad boy. And I appreciate your trust. Got you covered there, buddy. Thank you. Into the pre-grade pile he goes. I will be right back, you legends, and then we're going to refresh that shop. And Trigger Trevor Bostwick. If you fill that archives break this morning, we will bust that archives break this morning. Threaten me with a good time, you legend. Alrighty. Trevor Taylor. Only problem with the pre-grade, if it comes back a 9 or a 10 and you don't get it graded, Dalen, sends it back. Nice one. Nice one. All right, Timbo T-Wood. There's my man. Beautiful. Let's bust into that UFC for you, Timbo T-Wood. I was just waiting on you there, good buddy. I appreciate you being here this morning, Timbo. All right, beautiful. One moment, legends. Let's switch it up a little bit, shall we? Hey, thank you, Travis. And I need to put your order number on that, so give me just 2 shakes of a lamb's tail here, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, shout out to Niall Darcy, our brother from across the pond who just snagged a spot in that archives box number 3. Beautiful. Thank you, Niall, our brother from the Emerald Isle. And that is 12980. Thank you, Travis. Beautiful. Okie dokie. Timbo T. Wood, legend of legends of the JWVCC. Let me snag myself a little sippy. And then we're getting into some 2022 Prism UFC. Cheers, my friends. Ah, beautiful. Mr. Hillis, if you are taking off this morning, my man, excuse me, thank you as always for starting the morning the right way. And I hope that we get to see you tonight after dinner, my brother. Make it a wonderful Thursday, good buddy. I know you will. Okie dokie. You know what we must do. We shalt grippeth, and we shalt rippeth. Good luck, Timbo T. Wood. Slicing that plastic for Grandpa Brucey. Hope he's driving safe out there this morning. Shout out to Glenn Poling. Good morning, Glenn. Want to shout out all the legends over here on TikTok. Excuse me. Michael, Anthony, Corey, what you talking about, Mr. Willis, Tom, Craig, Kevin Weisner, Armin, Clifford, Arthur, It Ain't Easy Being This Brandon Creasy, Balake Sullivan, Brian McDonald, and Glenn Poling. Damn good to see all of you this morning, legends. Empty box there, Timbo. All right, you know we got to pull those pack number 4s to the side. And one last. All right, Timbo. Good luck, buddy. Balake Sullivan, good morning, my man. How you doing? Excellent to see you on this thankful Thursday. Oh, I think you got a Prism Habib right off the jump. Nice. Aw, thank you, Michael. So we're right in the middle of busting into a UFC box at the moment, my man, but right after this box, we will get into your pack. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, round 1. We have the King of Rio, Jose Aldo. The Giga Chad, Giga Chikadze. Tiago Marreta Santos. Habib on the green prism. Shout out to the Papushka. Cody Dunlop, yep. Absolutely, my man. So over there at junkwaxvintage.com, we have every sport you could think of. We have non-sport, Pokemon, Star Wars, GPK, all kinds of stuff. If it comes in packs, we rip it. Oh, I got you, Michael. No worries, my man. That is a beautiful thing, Mr. Sullivan, and I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so damn much for being here with us this morning. Misha Sikernov. The Vanilla Gorilla, Darren Till. Magomed Ankalaev, who is our current light heavyweight champ. Nice. The Diamond, Dustin Poirier. The Black Beast from Houston, Derek Lewis. The Predator, Francis Ngannou. Claudio Puelles. Ben Askren's love child, Chase Hooper, on the Prism. Rulian Paiva, rookie. Paulo Costa, when he was fighting Yoel Romero. There you go. How about our interim champ, rookie, Tom Aspinall? There you go, Timbo. And last but not least, the bullet on the throwback Prism parallel, Valentina Shevchenko. And a lot of you know that my cat here in this house is named after this young lady right here. Always happy to see the bullet Gonna sleeve up your Tom Aspinall rookie card here, buddy. Could be centered a little bit better, but still. And you know we gotta sleeve up that Habib. Habib is beautifully centered. Nice one, Tim. The GOAT, in my humble opinion. All right, round 2. Hey, thank you, Colby. Oh, nice Arturo. Beautiful. I have a little Valentina PC because of that. But I don't have any autographs yet. Someday. Oh, yo recuerdo, Arturo. I think you are correct. All right, last pack magic. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Timbo. Pink Pulsar Fearless. Insert. Former champ, Jiri Prohaska. And that is numbered 14 out of 42. Beautiful, buddy.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
14 out of 42 on the Jiri. Oh, you know what here, folks? I think I need to bust into some brand new 55-point top loaders. There you go, Timbo. Your first numbered card out of the box. Let's move on. How about T-City? Brian Ortega, when he was fighting the Korean Zombie. Alexander Rakic. The Ruthless One. Shout out to Druzer. Mr. Rocket City knee scooters himself, Mr. Reimer. His PC, Robbie Lawler. Misha Sakurnov, so nice, you got him twice on the green prism. Mackenzie Dern. It's a lady. Cisco. Thong Song. Derek Brunson. I see over there, Druzer. Love you, buddy. Brandon Royval with the back elbow. Nice. Former title challenger. Carol Rosa. Prism rookie. Joanna Champion. Jeo. Roxanne Modafferi. The Happy Warrior. Adrian Yanez. Rookie. Johnny Bones Jones. The Funk Master. Aljamain Sterling. Irene Aldana, when she was fighting Yana Kunitskaya, who was actually married to Tiago Marreta Santos. Pedro Munoz. The Lionheart, Anthony Smith, when he was fighting Ryan Spann. Sergei Spivak, rookie. Alexander Romanov, rookie. Jan Zionan, rookie. Or no, excuse me, not a rookie. That is a Green Prism Fireworks Funk Master. Benil Dariush, Journeyman. The Answer, Frankie Edgar. And speaking of Ryan Spann, some Ryan Spann. Beautiful. All right, Timbo T-Wood. Round 3, you legend. Buena suerte. Good luck. See if we can't find you some ink in here. That would be nice. Willis, Corey, Macho Danny Savage, I thank each and every one of you for smacking me with some beautiful gifts this morning. Sincerely appreciate you, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tom, have we ever pulled a Chuck Liddell? Oh, yeah. Many. We've actually pulled a couple of Chuck Liddell autographs here, too, buddy. I have pulled more Chuck Liddells than I can even count, my friend. Absolutely. We rip a lot of UFC here. Alrighty, here we go, Timbo. Starting off with the Korean Zombie, Chan Sung-jung, Marcin Tybura, Askar Askarov, Joanna Champion on the Prism. Pretty. Alexander Volkov, the Preacher's Daughter, Holly Holm, when she was fighting Rocky Pennington. Title challenger Jared Cannonier, Thug Rose Namajunas. My favorite mixed martial artists, Mr. George St. Pierre. I tell you, Joe Rogan, the aliens, they're in my dreams. The Cowboy, Donald Cerrone. The Bear Jew, rookie, Paul Craig. I am right there with you, Colby. Smart man. Great minds think alike, my brother. How about the Stockton Slap from the 209, Nate Diaz, Prism. Davison Figueiredo, former champ. Da-Un Jung, Josh Jung's cousin, thrice removed. Just kidding. Austin Lingo, rookie. The Diamond Dustin Poirier on the throwback Panini Prism. Chito Vera. Shout out to Oh Jorge, mi hermano. Chito Vera. Leon Rocky Edwards, former title holder. Carol Rosa, rookie. Habib on the fireworks. Nurmagomedov. Yair El Pantera Rodriguez. Islam Makhachev, current GOAT. Shamil Gamazatov, Mazel Tov for Gamazatov, and the Funkmaster Aljamain Sterling. Last but not least. Very nice there for you, Timbo. Let's get into our last pack magics, good sir. Last base pack magics, I should say. You know, Kelowna Rockets fan, it's nice to see you, young man. That's a great question. Good question. And thank you, Tom. Get out of my head, sir. That is exactly what I was thinking of. Shamil, Gamaza, Mazatov Incorporated. When she puts the glove on the conveyor belt. Come on now. Get out of my head, Tom. All right, moving on. Here we go. There you go, Tom. You know it, buddy. Bye-bye. All right, we got some no love. Cody Garbrandt, former champ. Mauricio Shogun Hua, another former champ. Brad Tavares. The Sugar Show, Sean O'Malley. The Human Highlight Reel, Justin Gaethje. The closest he's gotten to that belt. Habib Nurmagomedov. Uriah Hall. The Happy Warrior, Roxanne Modafferi on the Prism. Kevin Lee, who is no longer in the UFC. Calvin Kattar. Sadiq Youssef. Leon Rocky Edwards, your former champ on the Prism. Felicia Spencer, rookie. Rafael Fiziev, rookie. We just saw him have a tough fight. Nate Diaz, so nice. We have seen him twice. And last but not least, on the throwback Prism, the Assassin Baby, Brandon Moreno. Excellent.
Come on, Craig.
All right, Timbo T. Wood. We are down to your pack 4 magic here, buddy.
One down, one to go.
Good luck. And then we're going to refresh that shop, folks. See where we're at. Thank you, Jeffro. Oh, I see another bullet. And I see a Stipe. And how about a zombie? Okie dokie, here we go. Ooh, Claudia Gadeja. Nice one. Wonder how she's doing. Haven't seen her in a while. The California Kid, Uriah Faber. Alex Perez. The Preacher's Daughter, who is also no longer in the UFC. Holly Holm. Tiago Moises. Shout out to Luke Moise. The Sugar Show, Sean O'Malley. Ricky Simon, rookie. The Bullet on the bonus machines, Valentina Shevchenko. Chase Hooper. Jennifer Maya. Dustin Jacoby, rookie. Stipe on the Fearless. The Lionheart Anthony Smith. Jan Blachowicz with the Polish power when he took down the Style Bender. Joanne Calderwood. And last but not least, a Korean Zombie. Finishing that one off on the bonus machines. There you go, Timbo T. Wood. Fun little box there for you, buddy. You're numbered to 42, Jerry Prohaska. would probably be the best card out of that one, my man. And I did go ahead and top load that for you. That is 14 out of 42. Very interesting parallel number. All right, Timbo, if you would allow me just a moment, my man. You got some beautiful cards in there, Timbo, and I would say the best one was that number to 42, my friend. Indeedy. I think every box is good because they're all fun, right? I appreciate you, Timbo. Thank you. All right, legends, if you would allow me just 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, I'll be right back. Excellent. Excuse me. Gotcha, Doc. I bet you could probably get one of those from prison now, right? I bet he's got all the time in the world to sign cards. Ouch. All right, legends, let me refresh that shop real quick. Tom says, how do the UFC girls scare me, and yet they are kind of adorable? I like it. Trigger Trev. D for spot 26 and 27. We'll see who has the fastest duck. So you want us to do a duck race for 26 and 27? I could do that for you, Trigger Trev. The question is, how do we make that list, my man? How do I do it fairly? I appreciate you so much, Trigger Trev. Thank you, good sir. But I'll have to figure that one out. But thank you as always for being so kind and wanting to donate a couple of spots, my man. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Give me just a moment here, folks. I need to lock in some spots for Trigger Trev. And Michael Napolitano. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kobe Luna. Buenos dias. I appreciate that, Tom. Thank you. It is a family show. So keep in mind, my friends, I go live 2 to 3 times a day. This week, I am not going live 3 times a day because we're also moving. So I'm pulling triple duty all week. So I appreciate y'all bearing with me for just this week, and maybe next week, we might just be doing 2 shows a day. But on the days that I do 3 shows, my morning show, lunch wax, and the beginning of my evening show will always be family friendly. I have 3 young boys. It's important to me that they're able to watch my show. But past 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, my dear friends, we move into a portion of the show that we lovingly refer to as hashtag JWAD. You know I'm a military man. I love my acronyms. That is an acronym that stands for Junk Wax After Dark. Because after 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, we get a little spicy.
Giggity, giggity.
There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me grab... Oh, Michael, I sincerely apologize, my friend. We actually do not have 1989 Donruss. I am so sorry, buddy. So the CEO, my much better half, mistaked 1988 for 1989. So I just want to be straight with you on that one, Michael. If you want me to refund you, buddy, I am happy to do that. But it is 1988 Donruss. Sorry about that, my friend. Okay, that's cool. I appreciate you bearing with us on that one, Michael. Thank you, my friend. Give me just a moment, my brother. Mr. Kelso, that is Ken Griffey Jr. Yes. There you go, Michael. Good morning, Jason Weddle. You know it, Mikey. All right, Michael, your very first rip here, bud. I cannot thank you enough for utilizing junkwaxvintage.com, and I sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, hope that this is just the first of many rips between you and I, my friend. Pops Van Blargen, good morning, my brother. Good to see you. All right, let's go, Michael. And then we're locking in some Topps Heritage high number break spots. All right, we got Stan the Man on the puzzle. Greg Matthews, shout out to our St. Lunatics. Bryn Smith, Ken Williams, Jack Howell, Larry Anderson with a magnificent mustache. Oh, hell yeah, Michael. There you go, buddy. Pops, it is great to see you this morning. The man, the myth, the fightin' Philly mustache, Mr. Mike Schmidt. Bill Dolly. Dave Concepcion. Tim Flannery. Mr. and Mrs. Flannery's boy. Jeff Leonard, former Seattle Mariner. Barry Bonds. There you go, buddy. Nice one. Are you dead, man? No, man. I'll see myself out. How about the pencil stash of Rafael Palmiero? Magapint Magadan. And Kingery for our Seattle Mariners. Nice one there, buddy. I'm going to sleeve up your Barry Bonds and Mike Schmidt. One Hall of Famer and one should-be Hall of Famer. There you go, Michael. I appreciate you so much, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me put your John Hancock on these, Mr. Napolitano. I'll be right back. Excuse me. All right, legends. Mr. Sullivan, thank you for beating that screen like it owes you back child support money. Ricky Lindblad, good morning. Must be related to Travis. All right, legends. Let's lock in some break spots, shall we? Give me just a second here, my friends. I know watching me write is not the most entertaining thing in the world, so I sincerely appreciate you bearing with me for just a moment. It'll just take me a couple of minutes here, my friends. All right. So, Trigga Trev, you wanted 26 and 27 to be duck raced off. Is that true? Is that accurate? So I'll lock in everything else for you, my man. So we have at number 5, number 27, number 6, number 14, 26, 9, 2, 21, 29, and number 4. Thank you, Trigga Trev, for getting us a little closer. And remember, my friends, we are quickly moving towards a day that I will not have to write these. That will be a glorious day, but also a huge change to our system. For you OGs, you've been watching me write these break sheets for almost the last 4 years. It's going to be a pretty special day when I do not have to write them. Alrighty. Let's lock in Mr. Niall Darcy as well, our brother from across the pond, spot number 20. Thank you, Niall. So there you go, legends. From my perspective, it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spots to go. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots to go. Excuse me. Trigga Trev. I think we have some spots that maybe have not been locked in yet, or I'm still showing some. Give me just a moment here, buddy. Let me double check for you. Oh, wow. I think Mrs. Junkwax is on the ball this morning because I don't even see that break up there anymore. Thank you so much, Jeff. I agree. Michael says, so the breaks are pick number. Does that mean a random team drawn like that? If so, yes, that is exactly what we do. We do a randomizer, and then whatever team lands on your name is the team you got. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give me just a moment here, my friends. I think the fairest way to give away those last 2 spots would be to include everyone who has purchased a team in this break, or purchased a spot anyway. So I think that is exactly what we will do. Thank you so much, Trigger Trev. I appreciate that, good buddy. Thank you, Boston Bill. I saw that myself. I appreciate you. All right, boys and girls, give me just a moment. I'll be right back. All right. I appreciate you folks bearing with me for just a second. Let's find out who got those other teams, shall we? Or other spots. So it is 11, 12, 18, and 22, and 25. I was pretty sure I got all these, gosh dang it. But apparently I'm missing like 5 spots. I'm going through each and every purchase, and I have every single one thus far. I have no idea how I'm missing 5. Weird. Aha. Glenn Lucio. 11, 22, 25. Excellent. So now we're just missing 12 and 18. Brian Sapansky has number 18. And now we're just missing number 12. Weird. I can't find number 12. How bizarre. There it is. Cody Durr. Number 12. There we go. Thank you for bearing with me there, folks. Okie dokie. So I'm going to take every single name on this list. I'm going to load them into a race, and we're going to find out who gets those last 2 spots. Luke, the Griffey is not for sale, my man. I know, Tom. I hear it every day, my brother. Yep, that is not for sale. But I appreciate you asking, buddy. Beautiful. Okie dokie. Thank you so much, Danny Rendon. I appreciate you, my dude. You know it, Tom. And we pulled over for some gas. License plate says funky. How bizarre. My dear friends, allow me just a moment. Alrighty. You know we got to do a little moose race. Shout out to Uncle Moosey. And shout out to Trevor Bostwick, who set up this duck race. Thank you, buddy, for snagging a couple of spots for the family. Let's see who wins those free spots. Good luck, everybody. And good morning, Randy Schmidt. How you doing? Timbo T-Wood, this race is for 2 spots that Trev donated to the family, my man. All right, let's go. And they're off. Tim Hudson on the front side, Andrew Shumper taking the whole shot. Beautiful. Warren on the backside. Kirk Rylance taking the lead for just a moment. Looks like Timbo's coming out of the backfield up to the front of the pack. And Andrew Shumper out there with a half a moose length lead with 11 seconds to go. Jason Russell in the number 2 spot. Boston Bill Cormier there in the middle of the pack. Looks like Andrew Shumper might be taking this one, but oh, just kidding. Cousin Vinny. Congratulations to Cousin Vinny and the 2 Utes. Cousin Vinny and Trevor Taylor, you win the 2 spots there, buddy. Timbo, I used everyone who participated in this break, my friend. But I appreciate you asking, Timbo. You do not appear to be on this list. I am so sorry, Timbo. But I appreciate you asking, buddy. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So Cousin Vinny and Trevor Taylor. Cousin Vinny, which spot would you like, you legend? 26 or 27? That's right, Danny Rendon. Correctamundo. Scott Champion, good morning. Thank you, Magnificent Michael. I appreciate you, buddy. Uh-oh, maybe we don't have Cousin Vinny here. Do we have Trevor Taylor? Excellent. So Trevor Taylor, do you want to pick a spot there, buddy? 26 or 27, please. And thank you again, Trevor Bostwick. I appreciate you, buddy. All right, 27, he says. Thank you, Trevor Taylor. And Cousin Vinny has spot number 26. All right, big thank you to Trev. There we go, buddy. If you folks would take a gander at that list, if it looks appropriate, may I please have a hell yeah? That's a good question, Niall. Good question. I'm so sorry, buddy. The screen is gone now, good sir. I know, Trigger Trev. That's right. It's true. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I think we are solid. And it is 9:46 a.m. So I will put my breakfast burritos on hold, and we will get into this family break. Let's do it. Our third box out of our sealed case of Topps Heritage High number. Good luck. You know what we must do first, though. Let's find out who gets what, shall we? Lucky number 4. I think that's a good omen, Legends. Number 4. Oh, we got to fix some TikTok, folks. Give me just a moment. That's better. You all know the drill here, folks. You will always have a couple of minutes to trade your teams if you would like. But there is never any obligation. I just want to give you all the best chance to get the teams you want. You should be able to see both of these lists. Good luck. 1, 2, 3. And if you are so inclined, you can start trading your teams, right? Meow. There you go. Thank you, Danny. There you go, Trigger Trev. That is correct, good sir. Thank you, Boston Bill Cormier. I appreciate you, you big sweetie. Big hugs. Firm handshakes all around you, Legends. Wyatt Earp, good morning. Cheers. Brian Sapansky says the Tampa Bay Rays are open to trade if anybody is interested. We're going to give it about 60 seconds here, folks, and if we do not see any trading in the chat, I will go ahead and just start locking them in. I can always go back and white out if we need to. Trigger Trev, I think that's some good karma coming right back to you, you legend. You got your Tigers, good buddy.
Ooh, yeah.
I will go ahead and lock you in on those Tigers, Trigger Trev. Number 9. And by the way, folks, we have our buddy Jimmy Nuge in this break. This is my very first break for my buddy from Spokane, Washington. Shout out to Jimmy. Love having that dude in here. Colby, we are opening 2024 Topps Heritage High number, my friend. Out of a sealed case of 2024 Topps Heritage High number. All right, Legends. I'm going to go ahead and lock these little bad boys in. Let's do it. So, Glenn Lucio, you got the Cardinals, my brother. Trigger Trev, you got the Diamondbacks. Bill Cormier, shout out to Bill and Julie, taking the Cubbies. Trigger Trev, 4, 5, and 6. Pirates, Padres, Rangers. Jeff Hansen, number 7, to the Hammer, the Nationals. Shout out to Morgie, the birthday boy. Kirk Noah, number 8, you got the Trolley Dodgers, my man. David Weisel, number 10, the Colorado Rockies. Glenn Lucio, number 11, you got the Marlins. Cody Durr, number 12, you got the Bo Sox. Jimmy Nuge, my buddy from Spokane, Washington, got the Kansas City Royals. Trigger Trevor Bostwick, number 14, you got Cleveland. Shout out to Mr. Tim Hudson. Our favorite Axeman from Ohio. Love that fella. Richard Chiriboga, the Astros, number 15. Somebody bang a trash can. Glenn Lucio, number 16. You got WKRP in Cincinnati. Looking for some Ellie. Mr. Chiriboga, also known as Blast Boogie, taking number 17, the Minnesota Twins. Brian Sapansky, number 18. You got the Tampa Bay Rays. Jeff Griffith, number 19. You got the Brew Crew. Niall Darcy, our brother from across the pond, taking the Gigantes. Shout out to Rob Richardson. Trigger Trevor Bostwick, number 21, you got the Angels. Checklist says there's actually Ohtani in here for the Angels. Fun fact. Glenn Lucio, number 22, you got the Orioles. Shout out to Uncle Moosey. Joey Krug, number 23, you got the White Sox. Jimmy Nuge, number 24, got the Athletics. Glenn Lucio, number 25, you got the Blue Jays. Shout out to our Canadian cousins. Cousin Benny, number 26, you got the Pinstripes, you lucky ducky. That's right, Trigger Trev. Couple of amazing spots in those giveaway spots. Amazing. And Trevor Taylor, you got my Seattle Mariners, you lucky ducky. Love it. And I think that's good karma coming back for Trevor Taylor as well, because that dude has been here a very short time and has made a huge positive impact on this channel. Thank you, Double T. Melly P, 28, you got the Braves. Trigger Trevor Bostwick got the Fightin' Phillies. And last but definitely not least, our buddy, my fellow Texan, Mr. Glenn Lucio, taking spot number 30 and the Mets. There you go, legends. If you would do me a solid, take a gander at that list, and if it looks appropriate, may I please have a hell yeah in the chat so I know you're ready? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to give credit where credit is due. My buddy, Mr. Alan Malone, one of the OST of OGs of this entire family, just smacked that resub button for the 25th month. Over 2 years over here, Alan Malone. You are hitting me in the feels over here, my brother, and I cannot thank you enough. It definitely does not seem like 25 months. Craziness. Love you all so much, legends. Okie dokie. Thank you, Boston Bill. Thank you again, Alan Malone, you big sweetie. Let's do it. This will be our final rip of this thankful and thick with 4 C's Thursday morning. And for the last time on this thick with 4 C's Thursday morning, we shalt grippeth. And we shalt rippeth. Slicing that plastic for Grandpa Brucey. I sincerely hope that I find each and every one of you something juicy. Let's see who gets our box topper. Kirk Noah, you lucky, lucky ducky. Ohtani-san on the box topper. Nice one there, Kirk. That's sick. All right, packectomy. Ladies and gentlemen. Again? So this is our second hype train of the morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hype train! As always, everybody, for the second time this morning, we will give away another Junkwax Vintage Hitbox. Threaten me with a good time, you legends. I would love to. I appreciate you in advance. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Niall Darcy, our brother from across the pond, smacking that resub button for the 15th month, Prime Style. Cannot thank you enough, Niall. Very grateful to have you in the family, my brother. Eric Nogler, good morning, you legend. Empty box there, folks. You already know we got to pull those pack number 4s to the side. And we will rip those little bad boys last. Thank you, Jeffro. Eric Nogler, how you doing this morning, you handsome son of a gun? New Papa over there. How are the little ones doing? All right, round one, everybody. Buena suerte. Good luck. For those of you that remember, we just did a half case break of this product, and it was fantastic. Out of 6 boxes, we found 5 autographs. Let's see if we can't find that same luck in this box, shall we? Trevor Taylor, thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, looks like this hype train might be pulling into the station at hype train level 1, and that was possibly an inadvertent hype train. So I appreciate you nonetheless, my friends. Thank you so, so much. We do already have a hype train level 5 that we will be giving away. Okie dokie. Always on sale. Chris. Matt Sauer, Sig's cousin. Teoscar. Kirkery. Littell. Ozuna. Your 2024 Rookie of the Year, Louis Gill. Josh Smith. Rosario. The Knack. Veneziano. Tyler of the Black. Balake Snell on the mini for the Gigantes. There you go, Niall. Beautiful. Corey Seager. Shout out to our not-so-sinister Daniel Gates. Mr. Anderson. Jake Fraley. Andy Paye. Flash Gordon. Jackson Churio. Kenta Maeda. Rutledge. Tatis. Jordan Beck. That is a base short print for the Rockies. Travis d'Arnaud. Van Helsley. 1/3 of the brothers Naylor. Cody Belly. Garrett likes to crochet in his free time. On the Contreras. Garcia. The Pilar of his community, Kevin Pilar. Oh, hello. How about a chrome? Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Beautiful. And that goes to Glenn Lucio, numbered to 699. Alan Malone. So the only way that I can tell they're short prints is because I've ripped through a lot of this product. The Fireman, Kenley Jansen. Austin Martin. Whit Merrifield. Cutter Crawford. A Gary in the streets. But a Gavin in the sheets. Austin Hayes. Luke Little going to the Cubbies. Alex Bregman on the blue border. Somebody bang a trash can for Richard Shiriboga's Astros. Former Mariner Paul Sewald. The Fireman. Melendez. Michael Bush. And Logan O'Hoppe for the Angels. There you go. Round 1 down. Sleeving that one up. So, folks, the base short prints are numbered 701 through, I think, 750. Maybe. Have to double check me on that one. But they are all the 700s. So it is a base short print. It is not a variation. No. It is just a base short print, my man. All right. Sleeving up the Bregman, who could be a little nicely centered. A little nicer centered. Ouch, kabibbles. All right. Sleeving up our Vladimir Guerrero Jr., 467 out of 699 for the Blue Jays. There you go, Glenn. I do have to say, folks, that I'm really happy with how many numbered cards they put in Topps Heritage High Number. They win. All right. Round 2. Let's do it. As always, you legends, while I'm opening some packs here, I just want to have our daily moment of mindfulness. In this moment of mindfulness, my friends, I'm indescribably grateful for each and every one of you being here this morning. As I have said before, I truly believe that it is absolutely impossible to go out there and have anything less than a stellar day when you start it right here in the junkyard. This Thick with 4 C's Thursday is no different. And of course, my dear friends, I would not be here doing this without you. Thank you, Jeffro. There you go. So 701 through 725 are your base short prints. Excellent. I appreciate the verification there, gentlemen. All right, we have Araldus for the Pirates. The Little Hurt. Big old Jordan Montgomery. Looking thicker than 5 Snickers. Great Victor Scott. And there is our autograph, ladies and gentlemen. How about for the Royals? And Jimmy Nuge, my buddy from Spokane, Washington. Hell yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I was really hoping that we would get something nice for him in his very first break with us. I have known that dude for over 20 years. I will be really honest with you, it's kind of surreal having him in here with us. So folks, this is kind of an unreal case so far. We have only found one relic out of all the boxes that we have ripped through. They have almost all been autographs. Beautiful. Nick Lofton, rookie autograph. Congratulations, Jimmy. I am so stoked I could pull that for you, buddy. Hell yeah. That makes my morning. Moving on. Reynaldo. Oliver Dunn, Livy's cousin. I toss my keys to Lil C's. Balazovic, one half of the brothers Nola. Connor Kaiser, that is a 700, almost base short print. Hunter Renfroe, Yoendris Gomez. Ooh, Air Jordan to $6.99. On the chrome, going to Richard Shiriboga. And that is on card. Yes, Alan Malone, absolutely. Bob Gibson, Josh Bell, Darius Vines, Haterade, shout out to Corey Bader, Reese Lightning, Blaze Alexander, Corbin Burnson. Excuse me. A little sippy, my friends. Cheers. Kai Wei Tang, Tyler of the Black on the white border. Beautiful. The Brew Crew is Jeff Griffith. There you go, Jeff. Johnny Pereda, Logan Porter for the Royals. Balake, Lorenzen, Jesse Winker, looking rough. He has not done well since he left the Mariners. Ouch kabibbles. Wensiel Perez, Austin Hedges, Jack Leiter. Ooh, nice. How about 2024 WKRP and Cincinnatians? Ellie De La Cruz, Encarnacion, Spencer Steer and Matty McLean. Ella Huris, Jackson Holiday for the Orioles. Andrew Vaughn, Forrest Keith Whitley. Why am I saying Whitley? Weird. Cool Whip, Will Wheaton. The Mushroom, Christopher Morel. De Jesus for the Marlins. Justin Turner, Santana, Lorenzen on the color match for the Kansas City Royals, going to my buddy Jimmy. Jorge Soler, Melass, Jurickson, who is out for 80 games. Ouch kabibbles. Pobrecito. And Tristan Gray for the Tampa Bay Rays. Beautiful. Round 2, in my humble opinion. Sleeving up the Chrome Air Jordan. By the way, legends, we have some brand new card stands coming very soon. And I am chomping at the bit to show you how cool those little bad boys are going to be. Oh, Alan Malone, get out of my head, sir. You already know, I am a sucker for any time they use those old school designs and put new players on them. Take my money. Heritage, Archives, you betcha. I agree, Kirk Noah. Shout out to my favorite former fellow Washingtonian who got a Gerangelo Steve J autograph last night. That was a pretty magnificent half case break last night, ladies and gentlemen. So fun fact, I spent about an hour and a half writing up our recap from last night, and then I fell asleep and failed to post it. So a lot of you know, for the last couple of nights, I've been posting really extensive and elaborate recaps for the show, because I know there's some of you out there that missed the show. And I know there's a replay out there, but I want you to be able to read a recap too if you want to. But yeah, last night, I broke my streak. All right, here we go. Vladdy. Mr. Cropley. Tyler Cropley. Glasnow with his locks of love. Amaya. Ooh, numbered to 75. Black Chrome Air Jordan Alvarez. Congratulations y felicidades to Richard Sherry Boga. That is a beautiful card, buddy. 51 out of 75. Stephen Kolek. McCormick. Connor Wong. Monaea. Montes. Shenton. He shented on a turtle. Grayson Rodriguez. Jose Can You See. Noelvi Marte. Rookie for the Reds. Former Seattle Mariner. Lipscomb. Duran. Victor Medeiros. Paul Sewald. Bailey Ober. Berti. Rosario. Parker. Clayton Beater. TJ Hopkins. Shout out to Tristan Hopkins. Duval. In the Garden of Cam Eden. Shota of the Iminaga. Rookie. Mitch Haniger. David Fry. O'Neill. Cade Smith. Mr. and Mrs. Flaherty's boy. On the chrome to 225 for the Trolley Dodgers. Beautiful. And that one goes to Kirk Noah. The Fred Lynn files. Awesome. Shout out to Fred Lynn. We have a rookie autograph still laying around of that gentleman. It's a little early in the day for a fat joke. Nasty Nick Martini with Nasty Nick Nastrini. Yariel Rodriguez. Hernandez. Bregman. Waldron. Hernandez, so nice. We have gotten him twice for the Athletics. Blue border. And that one goes to Jimmy Nuge, my buddy from Spokane. My dear friends, my family. Can I ask you to do me a solid, please? You know what I need in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
Some Rosarena. MacArthur for the Royals. Flaherty, so nice we have seen him twice. And Amos Willingham. Last but not least, thank you so much, Trevor Taylor. You know what I was looking for. Lando, welcome back, buddy. It has been a minute. How are you? Happy Thursday, good sir. All right, legends. We are down to our last base pack magic. But first, we got to sleeve up some chromies. Give me a hell yeah in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever had chromies on your bicycle. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. There you go. Thank you, Kirk Noah. Thank you, Trevor Taylor, Jeffro, Super Grover, Trigger Trevor Bostwick. I appreciate you, gentlemen. All right. Beautiful. Gosh, we got to find some room for him, too. We're running out of room up here. Orlando. Nice, buddy. Hey, if you have any questions on shipping, my friend, feel free to reach out to junkwaxvintage@gmail.com. We're happy to help you out there, Lando. It's just hard for me to do anything about it while I'm in the middle of a live show, my friend. So go ahead and hit me over there in the email box, buddy, and we're happy to address that for you, my man. It could just still be on the way. Because you're in Canada, right, bud? So those take a minute. I appreciate your patience, my friend. Damn right, Kirk Noah. Shout out to GT, the Dino Performer. Oh, there you go, Lando. Yep. So, Lando, did you get an email with your tracking number, buddy? You should have. And I'm kind of breaking my own rule. But if you want to chat about shipping stuff, hit us with an email, my man. That's the best way to do it. And that is just for everybody else, too. If you have ever any questions on shipping, where your package is, anything like that, feel free to reach out to junkwaxvintage@gmail.com, and we'll get you taken care of. You and I both, Jeffro. You and I both, buddy. All right, here we go, folks. Last base pack round, and then we're getting into our pack number 4s. And then your boy is going to mow on a couple of delicious Reds breakfast burritos. All right, let's go, legends. Jesse Winker, Wensil Perez, Austin Hedges, Jack Leiter rookie, Will Klein, and that is a base short print for the Royals. So the reason I know that that's a base short print is because I have gone through so many of these packs, I know that this is not like a card that we see all the time. And then, of course, I turn that little bad boy over, and it is numbered 723, so that is indeed a base short print. Mustache Matty Carpenter. Shout out to our St. Lunatics. Funky Cold Molina. Crony. The Canario in the Coal Mine. The Mushroom. De Jesus. Justin Turner. Santana. How about a couple of 1-2 Orioles? Shout out to Uncle Moosey. Logan Gilbert. Aw, Lando, I appreciate you being a good sport, buddy, but gosh, I hope that package does not get lost. We have a 100% ratio for those packages that we have sent to Canada. So I sincerely hope that yours did not get lost, my man. We're happy to check for it just after the show, my buddy. I appreciate you, Lando. All right, Brandon Walter. Langoliers. Lepicius. Always on sale. Sig Sauer. Tay Oscar. Kirkering. 1/3 of the brothers Naylor. On the white border. Beautiful. That one goes to Trevor Bostwick. Marcus Stroman, Abe Froman. I'm sorry to hear that, Lando. That sucks, buddy. Well, we're going to think positive about your JWV package, my man. Keaton Wynn. Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Robert Gasser. Caballero. Former Seattle Mariner. Paul Skeens, rookie for the Pirates. Beautiful. O'Doyle Rules. Yoendris Gomez for the Pinstripes. Shout out to Arturo. Mi hermano. But the Yankees go to Cousin Vinny and the 2 Utes. Enjoy that burrito, Mikey. Now and then, Corbin Carroll. Shout out to Scotty Too Hottie Kuniko. Jake Bowers. Jonathan Clase, who is now a Blue Jay. Paul Hit the Bong. DeJong. Ryan Pepawa. Jazz Chisholm, my PC for the Pinstripes. Sean Dubin. Oh, by the way, folks, just so you know, Jazz Chisholm is a card collector himself. He collects One Piece. Fun fact. Like, hardcore. Sean Dubin. Eduardo Rodriguez for the Diamondbacks. Connor Wilson Phillips. Balake Snell for the Gigantes on the blue border. Lane Thomas. Matt, I am not a crook for Uncle Moosey's Orioles. Trevor Rogers. And Balake Walston for the Diamondbacks. Last but not least. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let me sleeve this little bad boy up, and then we're busting into our pack number 4s. I am also going to sleeve up that Skeens. It is very, very nicely centered. That's a pretty Skeens there, buddy. It is a base, but hey, if that comes back a PSA 10, that could be pretty damn valuable. And that goes to Trevor Bostwick. Nice one, buddy. All right, legends. Buena suerte. Good luck. Round number 5. I love it, Trev. Thank you, good sir. Happy to do that. Tom, over here smacking me with a goat gift. I sincerely appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so, so much. It is gifts like that that truly help to keep this channel on the rails. Thank you, Tom. Okie dokie, my dear friends. Good luck. Alec Marsh. Little IKF action. Isaiah Kiner, Falefa. Nasim Nunez. Harrison Corey Bader. MJ Melendez on that Aqua. Irving Lopez. Matty Chapman. Uwasawa. Tyler Mayley. Fetty Wap. Gavin Stone. Musgrove. Somebody check this man's ear for foreign substances. And man, does he have some real estate to check. That dude's going to run too fast at first base and take flight. Manzardo. Fernandez, and I believe that is a base short print. It sure is. There you go. For the Cardinals, Wyatt Langford. Graham Pauley, Evan Wilson Phillips, Ginky, J.D. Davis, Colt Keith for the Tigers, Randy Rodriguez, Silver Slugger Arias, Hernandez on the Aqua for the Athletics, and that one goes to Jimmy Nuge again. Congratulations to Jimmy. Jackson Merrill, Trevor always telling us a story, Hauk, Great Christian Scott, The Knack, my Sharona. Good morning, Sickness. How you doing, buddy? Great to see you as always, my friend. Veneziano, Ronel Blanco, Jordan Hicks for the Gigantes, Robert Suarez, Rysel, Julio Iglesias, James Paxton, and Tanner Scott with Luis Rengifo. Last but not least, there you go, my dear friends and family. Another juicy Junk Wax Vintage family break in the books. And my friends, we have 3 boxes left of that Topps Heritage High number. We have 1 box left of our Panini Prospects baseball. So we're getting pretty close to the end of both of those cases. Let's do a little recap real quick. I am so stoked we found another autograph. And Kirk Noah, that box topper is no slouch. Oh, Tom, every little bit adds up, my brother. I cannot thank you enough, good buddy. That is unbelievably kind of you. And like I said, I will always be transparent. We're kind of, from my perspective, we're kind of paying our dues right now. So a lot of you know that we do not have a direct relationship with Topps. And I'm always very happy to be transparent with you. So we do not have a direct relationship with Topps. So we are buying these products for retail. And then we have to mark them up just a little bit to sell them to you, to make a little bit of a profit to keep this thing going forward. But I will always be transparent with you folks. Just the profit alone, because we keep those profit margins literally razor thin, I'm always happy to show you too. If anybody wants to see, I'll show you. We actually have a calculator that we put every single product in. And then myself and Mrs. Junkwax, we always ask ourselves, how low can we make this price while still keeping this thing alive? So that's why I say almost every single day, my friends, those gifts over on TikTok, the hype trains on Twitch, are the real MVPs of this channel, my friends. Because if it was just the products and just the breaks, we would not be doing this. Not at this point, anyway. But like I said, folks, the good news is we are slowly but surely working towards a direct relationship with Topps. And when that does happen, it will be glorious. And at that moment, I think we're going to see this channel probably explode. Because I think the only thing that's holding us back at this point, and I have zero problem with that because I am so happy that this group grows really slowly, so I get to know each and every one of you as we grow. But I think what's holding us back is that I don't have the lowest prices in the game at this point, because we just can't. So I appreciate you all understanding that. I appreciate a lot of you paying just a couple of bucks more because you would like me to rip those for you, and you see the long-term viability of this channel. I would not be able to do this without each and every one of you. Thank you so, so much, everybody. Okay, enough mushiness. Recap. We have a Balake Snell for the Gigantes on the Mini, and that goes to our brother from across the pond, Niall Darcy. Yoendris Gomez to $6.99 for the Pinstripes, going to Cousin Benny. Air Jordan Alvarez to $6.99. That goes to Richard Chiriboga, also known as Blast Boogie. Numbered to $2.25 on the Rainbow Chrome for the Trolley Dodgers. Mr. and Mrs. Flaherty's boy. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. $4.67 out of $6.99 on the Chrome. Our autograph, Nick Lofton. On card, rookie, going to Jimmy Nuge and the Royals. First break magic for Jimmy. Gotta love it. And last but not least, number to 75, Air Jordan Alvarez. Beautiful. Another one for Richard Chiriboga. You're on your way to an Air Jordan Rainbow. And that would be a cool one to collect, in my humble opinion. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you would give me just 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, a little bit of housekeeping, and we will have Topps Heritage High number box number 4 up there sometime today. Oh, Tom, I sincerely appreciate the thought, buddy. Thank you so, so much. I might take you up on that. I'll be right back. Super Grover says, Dalen, did you see Prince Fielder's son signed his first Bowman card? Was cool to see. I did see that. Absolutely, my man. Pretty neat. There's 3 generations of Guerreros baseball playing. Legacies. Yes, we do, Jeff Hansen. And we're going to rip into a lot more of those back tonight after dinner. So, humongous thank you again to Travis Lindblad, a.k.a. Hollywood Cole, for allowing us to rip through those over the days here. Because if you remember, folks, that was a monstrous pile of junk wax. So we are slowly but surely working our way through that. Thank you again, Travis. I will be right back, you legends. All right, all right. Oh, that is so cool, Tom. Well, I will definitely keep that in mind, my friend. Thank you so, so much. More than anything, I just appreciate the thought, my man. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Tom. And you know what, buddy? There you go. Just smacked you with a follow there, Tom. I can't follow everybody, but I got you, bud. Oh, by the way, Brandon Daigle. Are you still here this morning, you legend? If you are here, Brandon Daigle, our buddy Brandon Daigle asked me to look for Panini Prism Golf. And I did find some. So I am hoping that we'll have that on the way very soon. So shout out to Brandon. There's my man. Good to see my cousin. Thank you for hanging in this morning, good sir. So yes, looking forward to getting some Prism LIV Golf. I think we have a couple boxes coming. So thank you, Brandon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to refresh the shop for the last time on this Thick with 4 C's Thursday morning. As always, you legends, I cannot thank you enough for hanging out with my goofy ass and starting the morning the right way. Tom says, please find LPGA cards and I will max my credit card out. I appreciate that, buddy. I will keep my eyes peeled for some lady golfers. All right, folks, we are current up there in that shop. That is a beautiful, beautiful thing. What another thankful Thursday morning here in the Junkyard, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, I would not be able to do it without you. So, I want to give a shout out to Magnificent Michael, our buddy Tom, LJ, the sports dad, user 308-219-222-8896, our buddy Matt, I see you over there, you legend, Will, Matt S., the Dark Sly, Jim, and Jody. I appreciate you all hanging out with us on this thankful and Thick with 4 C's Thursday morning. But don't you worry, folks. So I'll share with you, today, I will be running around like a madman because we've got to move into the new place. A lot of you know that we are moving into a brand new home here in just a few days. So myself and Mrs. Junkwax are making trips throughout the day, and then I'm also coming back here and pre-grading cards for the rest of you. We will be back here tonight at 7:30. Let me check my own schedule, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to make a liar out of myself. Schedule this week. There you go. So if you notice, my friends, there is no lunch wax on the schedule this week because we are moving. It's a busy week. Hey, thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate that. Hey, Michael, you have a wonderful day also, buddy. Thank you so much, Tom. Love having you, my man. Hey, Tom, are you able to come over and join us on Facebook by chance? That is what I would advise. I love it, Tom. Thank you so much, buddy. That is my favorite gift of all time, those tiny dinies. I appreciate you, legend. Aw, thank you, Super Grover. I sincerely appreciate the thought there, buddy. So, tonight, my dear friends, Thursday, 7:30 p.m. So I will be back here tonight at 7:30 p.m., and I sincerely hope that I get to see all of you then. Until then, you legends, please go out there today on this thankful Thursday and be good to yourselves. When we use that inner monologue, because we all do, you got to say nice things to yourself. Try to be your own best cheerleader. Pump yourself up instead of pushing yourself down. Always remember, my friends, your thoughts become your actions, and your actions become your life. So it all starts up here. So please be good to yourselves. Please also be good to the people around you. Practice the heck out of that golden rule. I know what you're going to say. Uncle Junkwax, those other human beings out there, they don't make it easy on us, trying to treat them how we would like to be treated. I know. I get it. Unfortunately, my friends, our world, and especially our card hobby, at times can be chock full of a-holes. We don't need any more. We're all set in the a-hole department. What we do need is kindness, patience, tolerance, and empathy. And you, my friends, can be the change that you want to see in the world today. I have faith in you. So please be good to yourselves. Please be good to the people around you. And lastly, do your damnedest, my friends, to maintain that attitude of gratitude. Try to keep in mind the blessings that have been bestowed upon you. You know what I mean? When you live in gratitude, my friends, it is unbelievably difficult to have a tough day. So constantly, try to keep in mind what you do have instead of what you do not have. On some days, that list is longer than others. I totally know. But I'll help you out. You have a roof over your head, right? If you've got a vehicle that runs, if you live in North America, if you're part of this card group that loves you, if you have a hobby that you love, there's 5 right there. So whatever is on your list today, my friends, I hope you find it, and I hope you hold on to it. Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, my family, thank you again for another thankful Thursday morning, some quality family time here in the front yard. I am already chomping at the bit to be right back here with you tonight. Gotcha, Tom. So we do have a Discord also. So the largest congregation of this entire community is on Facebook. We have a private Facebook group. We don't allow just anybody in. This is not just a card group for anybody. This is a card group for people that know about this show. So I completely understand if you're not on Facebook there, Tom, but if you would like to come over and join us on Discord, would more than be happy to have you there too, buddy, because that is where I disseminate all information. For example, this morning I had some technical difficulties. I had to be just a couple of minutes tardy. I always let everybody know, hey folks, technical difficulties, I'll be on in just a moment. There's always new breaks coming. There's always new products coming up there in the shop, and Discord and Facebook are probably the best ways to keep up with this channel. Of course, aside from creating yourself an account at junkwaxvintage.com, because that puts you on our mailing list, and you find out about all the cool stuff on this channel that way too. So, as always, legends, feel free to go over and create yourself an account at junkwaxvintage.com. Feel free to follow us over there on Discord or Facebook. Keep in mind, folks, if you do follow us on Facebook, there is a password on that Facebook group. Coincidentally, the password just happens to be my name, my real name, D-A-L-E-N, Dalen. So if you use Dalen in the security questions, chances are you will be admitted. If you do not, you will probably not be admitted. So there you go, folks. I'm going to go mow on a couple of delicious Red's breakfast burritos, and I'm going to hit you guys a little outro. Thank you again, you legends. Make it a great day. Smoochies!
In the land of throwback packs.
Bye-bye, TikTokers. We'll see you after dinner.
Ripping
Love ya.
open boxes like it's all a dream. Dalen's the bookend king. He's on the rise. Stacking hits so high they touch the skies. Amanda's got the vision. CEO on the scene. Mrs. Junkwax rolls in. A card picking queen. Retro and modern. She buys all the best. From rookies to legends, she outdoes the rest. Rip it, flip it, let's make it loud. Junkwax family, we're card collecting proud. Vintage vibes with a modern twist. Breaking through packs you don't wanna miss. Trading stories of pools, it's a sacred scene. Holding wax gold, yeah, you know what I mean. From 91 Griffies to Zion's new spin, every break's a win when the fire rolls in. Corner sharp, centering just right. Under the lights, those refractors ignite. Daylight calls the hits, Amanda seals the deal. We're chasing the thrill, oh the cardboard appeal.
There you go, you legends.
Did we miss Baywatch?
You know that I'm the cream of the crop.
When I was tasting you, brother, I found you to be not so bad at all.
And I'm inviting you to come see me and to get it straightened out all in one night, yeah. Oh, my. After I beat you and satisfy all the Hulkamaniacs, I'm gonna get off by cranking your knob.
Oh, wow.
Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Come on, Craig. Easy now, fuzzy little man Peach.
I've been arrogant, and I apologize.
I am humble in general.
Oh, my God.
Dumbass.
I've got the style and profile like never before. Let me go on record as telling the whole world to be the man. You gotta beat the man, and I'm saying, woo! I got that rip flair. Woo! I got that rip flair.
Come on, Craig.
There you go, you legends. Shout out to that Asian duck, Kirk Noah. I love it. Thank you, Danny Rendon. Thank you, Super Grover. Thank you, Kirk Noah. Thank you, WWE 7800. Thank you, Jeff Rowe. Thank you, Kevin O'Brien. Thank you, Patrick Freund. Make it a great day, you legends. And we'll catch up with you over there on Facebook and Discord. Big hugs, firm handshakes, much love and respect. Bye-bye.